Maroon. Good morning. It's a wonderful Wednesday morning. I'm here with Grace Destiny. I'm here to let you know that we are on our topic today, and we will be discussing about mpango wa kando, or that concubine, or that person who is dating your husband, or you're being dated by someone's husband, and how we are supposed to introduce them. We are going direct to the topic because we don't have much time. It is almost time, and I'm going to run for a meeting at 10:30. So I am not going to dilly-dally here and there. We are going straight to the topic, and we are talking about when is the man supposed to introduce the second wife, and why does a man introduce a second wife to you as a first wife, and he loved you so much, you have children, you used to never leave each other, you were in love and totally and madly in love. So today I'm with my doctor here, and she's here to...
Dr. Tena.
Say yes. Say yes.
Hi.
Professor, what's up? If I introduce you, you keep quiet. So I'm with Grace Destiny, and we are here to speak about marriages and those things that have been coming up nowadays about the concubines, those who have been having children with your husband. And the recent one is with Ken called the MP Kibera, where Anita was introduced and they had a kid, but later the mother-in-law was denying that kid, and you can see what the dirty thing that have been running around, and Mike Sonko had to come and clear the air, and he said that he knows Anita and he knows the kid, and even the mother-in-law knows. So we are here to know how is a man supposed to introduce the second wife to the first wife?
And why is it right?
It is not right, but they are already dating.
Of course.
And right, it's not, that is for Jesus.
Definitely.
But it's happening. So we don't want to be the hypocrite.
Definitely.
Because the thing is happening and we can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
The problem is, how is that man supposed to introduce that second wife? And my question is, why does that man who claims that loves you, and one time you loved each other so much, now came and loved someone else behind your back, and they want to introduce you? Why? Say hi to them.
Hi,
receiving a call from State House, so I had to drop everything, and I'm
the king of my kingdom.
The king of my kingdom was calling, so I had to receive that call.
Yeah,
it's very important.
It's very important.
And let me ask
so women,
go to
that
the
man
is
say your
hi,
king.
Say hi.
Sorry. Hi again. I had said hi, but I can say it again. It's always a pleasure to be here and to talk to you and to share a few things that are really disturbing the society today. And that is why we are here. We want to discuss the issue of the other woman. The other woman sometimes is a second wife, sometimes it's a concubine, sometimes it's a mpango wa kando. That's what Kenyans call it. I don't know why it's a mpango wa kando, but at the end of the day, that is a woman that is in your life as a man, and as a wife, that is a woman who is in your life as a family. Whether we want it or not, we may fight as much as we want, but the fact remains this thing is so hugely happening, and we really can't ignore it anymore. We want to find out exactly why. Why will a man have another woman when he's already married?
Yes. Let us go straight
question
to the
number one.
Yes.
Why?
Why would a man have another woman, have a side chick when he loved you so much, and you have children, and he promised you that he will never love someone else, and you went to why?
I want to talk. I want to talk about the truth. The Bible says that the truth will set you free.
Yes.
Most men are naturally polygamous. It's a decision that they make to stick with one woman or two. But naturally, they can have as many as 50, as many as every day a woman. Because they will notice them everywhere. Sometimes you'll be driving with your husband and she just turns around and you're like, wow, he's almost hitting the vehicle as he turns to look at
that
a woman who is, because that is natural. The issue here is a man makes a decision to marry, and then after some time he realizes that maybe he wants another woman. Maybe he realizes that this woman is so much of what I want that is not in my wife. That is one of the reasons why men go for side chicks. They have said it in my presence. I don't believe in that, because I believe that hakuna mtu perfect. If even women can realize that they are not getting what they wanted to get from a man, and they would also look for another man. Is that what is supposed to happen? The answer is no. Definitely. The answer is no. So what are we supposed to do as human beings with brains? Because we have to ask ourselves, what are the consequences of having mpango wa kando? Number one, it's very expensive. Those people who have money may say it's none of their business.
Yes.
Whether there's money involved or not, they don't care.
Yes.
But I want to tell you, it is so much expensive to have a mpango wa kando.
Yes.
That is one thing that you must put in place. It hurts the other woman. You may be saying, okay, I'm doing everything for her. Fine. Why? You're supposed to be content. Not allowed. I really need allowed.
Yes.
That's
Not allowed.
It is not allowed.
It
What
is
is
okay.
allowed is leave and get married again. That is by grace destiny. I believe that living is better than continuing with another side, which is
When you're
costing you
still
so much,
suffering.
when you're still suffering. If you really know that you're suffering and this is not working, get
Just
out
move.
and get married.
Yes.
But these things are happening as per individuals. There's a man who will feel like, I still love this woman and I still love this other one. The question is, when should you introduce the two of them? That is what you ask.
Yes, that is-
when
that
should
is
you
my
introduce the two of them? Or should you introduce the two of them to each other?
Should you?
Should there come a time when this other woman must meet your wife? Is it important? Is it necessary? Is it good? Men, kindly comment.
Please kindly click the share button. This is very important.
It is very important.
It's very important, and it's going to enlighten and open our brains.
Yes.
Because homes have been suffering and kids have been suffering. A lot of unnecessary cases are happening right now in courts. So please kindly click the share button so that we can have a lot of brains with us, so that we can share the ideas. See, it is ni sisi tu tunajua. Click
Hapana.
the share button.
Yes.
Let me ask you straight to the point,
Yes.
because you're going round and round, right, like a preacher. We know it hurts.
Yeah.
That's not news.
Yes.
What I'm asking is, now you will be the first wife. Would you like your husband, would you allow your husband to introduce you the second wife?
Absolutely, yes.
Why?
Because, number one, if he really loves that woman, he should introduce her to me. Let me know when he's not with me, he's with the other woman. When he's not in my house, he's in the other woman's house. That makes it safe for me.
Yes.
Instead of he has disappeared over the weekend,
He has
I don't
switched
even
off
know
the
where
phone.
he is. He has switched off the phone. So we are going to use the next week solving this issue.
Wouldn't it hurt you?
Let me tell you, as far as I'm concerned, you asked me as Grace.
Yes, sorry.
As Grace
Sorry.
Destiny.
Yes.
And as the woman that I am. I know right now that almost all men have other women. I also know that the fact that he has another woman doesn't mean that he doesn't love me.
My husband doesn't have. Oh, sorry.
In your wildest dreams.
All right. Continue.
I would never lie to I didn't say that my
Prophet
husband
of
has.
doom.
I'm not saying that my husband has another woman. I'm only saying, as far as my wisdom serves me right, it's good to expect that he has, then you find out that he doesn't have.
All right.
It will be better that
True,
way.
true.
Instead of lying to yourself that he doesn't have another woman, then you find that he had another woman who they have even children together.
All right.
That is what is killing women. Women are dying of blood pressure,
How
diabetes.
how would it be helpful to you?
To know, then the truth always sets you free.
All right.
You always now know the kind of a man you're dating,
Yes.
and the kind of a man that you have. So eventually you'll be able to adjust your heart, and you'll be ready to know that I am not alone in this. My husband has another woman, and it's okay with me.
Good. Now you come to the part of the husband.
Yes.
How will you introduce? Because many want to introduce, but they don't know how to go about it. As a man, how should you introduce the second wife to the first wife?
Number one, as you introduce your second wife or the second woman to your wife, one thing, let that woman first of all know that she is number one, that you love her so much, that you value her so much, and that you treasure her. Also, I'll talk to women first before we go to the man. Please, woman, when your husband tells you that he has another woman, it doesn't mean he doesn't love you. That is where your heart crashes. It doesn't mean that he doesn't love you. I want you to stop thinking like a woman. Stop expecting women men to behave like women. A woman will only have another man when she doesn't love the husband.
Yes.
But for men, it is very different. We are wired differently, and we are not the same at all. So we should not confine. Ignorance is what confines a woman to think that the moment my husband gets another woman is because he doesn't love me. No, he loves both of you.
But let me tell you, there's something that you had told me that every time a man decides to
Tunaenda pole pole, wacha
okay,
kunirukisha
sorry,
maneno.
but because
So,
you're telling us otherwise.
They love you and they love the other woman. From the beginning, the reason why he's coming to introduce is because they've been together for a while. A man will not come to introduce to you a woman he just met yesterday. He's not even sure what he's doing with that woman. So what he'll do is he'll take his time. The chances are this is not the first woman, the first side chick he has ever had. So he's not even sure whether this one will stay or not. So by the time this man is coming to tell you that he has another woman, the fact remains. Now he's so serious with this lady and he has already realized he's not about to let her go. So she's now part of his life and he can't keep it anymore. I want you to understand. When this woman is hidden, that tells you you are number one. And your interest comes first before her interest.
Yes.
That is why she is in the hiding and you're in the limelight.
She's taking over your place.
Shut up. When this woman was hidden, Wangeci, you are running out, you are rushing things.
Because
when
you're
this,
taking us round. We want
no,
us to
listen, please, I'm doing systematically.
Okay.
That's the problem of telling you things before we come on air.
All right.
This woman was hidden because you are in the forefront. Do you get that? That is why any man that is not telling you about his side chick is because you are still in your seat and you are number one. When this woman keeps coming, when this woman keeps coming, when she comes, she takes over. Now her interests are more important than your interests. That is why she's getting introduced. Because now she matters most. So you as the wife, this is my advice to you. If your husband comes and tells you, I have another woman, your place is threatened. Don't lie to yourself. Your place is threatened. In case you misbehave, you can leave.
Yes.
In case you misbehave, you can leave. Can I say that again? In case you try to show like you're fighting, you will know that this woman is now very important. That is why this man has decided to bring him on board. That is what I was coming to. Now, because I know you wouldn't want to be introduced to another woman to be introduced to you. Now, you as the wife, what are you supposed to do when this man comes and tells you, this is now my new catch?
They don't say even catch. This is
my wife.
The younger wife.
The younger wife.
The Shugua.
Yeah, Muiruguo.
Muiruguo,
this is your core wife.
Yes.
What are you supposed to do? Number one,
I will go.
No problem. That is Wangeci. She will go.
It depends.
I will not.
It depends.
For me, I won't. You know why? Number one, I will also think through this relationship. They've not met yesterday. They've been together. I'll ask myself, when did they start having this affair? If it is 5 years ago, I will have a record of how we have lived together with you for the 5 years. If you changed and you started mistreating me, if you were fighting me, if you were fighting me, if you were beating me, if you were beating me, if you were mistreating me, if you were harassing me, if you were insulting me, in the that duration that you were dating before you told me, I will leave.
Okay, yeah, all right.
Because I will know very well
now we are together. Now you're my friends.
Because I'll know the reason why you are doing all this to me.
It's because you wanted me out.
It's because you really don't care about me and you are wondering. Now you have come to introduce her because you really want to piss me off until I leave. I will give up and go. But if I realize you dated for 3 years and within the 3 years you are still treating me right, and even right me, you have assured me that you are not getting me out, but you are staying with her and me together. And now, as I look at the record of how we have lived, you are still that good husband. You've never treated me wrong. You've always been nice to me. I will be okay. I will be fine and I will not leave.
Yes.
What I will do is, I will make sure my place is secure by maintaining the standards of the good wife I've been. I will not think that now we are two, we are sharing the duties. No. I will do my assignment perfectly. Chances are like this woman, my fellow woman. This woman that is coming may not know much about how to be a wife. She may not know how to endure when the husband goes out. Because the moment you become now the wife, he'll go looking for another girlfriend. So you who is being introduced, unto you, because you are the one who is coming into trouble.
So your place will be taken by
your
someone else.
Your place will be taken by another person who
will
be hidden.
Place.
The sweetness of hiding a relationship must continue. So this guy must look for another side chick now that you have become the wife. Thanks.
Lord Jesus.
So, welcome on board. Come and learn how to endure. Your husband disappearing for 3 weeks. Your husband disappearing for whatever time. Come and welcome on board. Come and train yourself to endure. And because you may not be able to endure, you know what happens? Me, I'm maintaining my place as the first wife and the good wife that I am, enduring and understanding my husband. You who have come, you'll start throwing tantrums. And then happy. You're forgetting he used to do the same to me for you. Now he's doing it to you for someone else. You'll start throwing tantrums and you will be compared to me. He'll start comparing this wife that I brought and the one that I've always had. This one looks more sober. It's like she knows what she's doing.
Yes.
I don't want this one.
I'm not that patient.
You will be replaced.
Let me ask you now, because we are running out of time. Let us go to the bigger percentage of people who are watching here.
Yes.
They are never introduced. They have been asking to be introduced. There is no sign of being introduced, but they are just staying there hoping they will be introduced. Now they have a first or second, they are pregnant, some of them, they are not pregnant, they have been dating for 2 years, some have kids. What would you tell them?
I would tell
are
them,
there chances to be introduced?
First question, what is so important about introduction? I'll start with that one. I know I may never be invited again to this Wangeci TV after this.
Please, if you are doing that, I will click the lock button and you will be out.
So, I'm holding the hand. This is the point.
Kwa hivyo you have my answer and you want to contradict it.
Yes.
All right.
The question is, what is so important about the introduction? Who are you in love with?
The husband.
Who are you dating?
The husband.
So where do you want to be introduced?
Because now...
Are you happy? Are you having time the way you want? Are you enjoying his presence the way you want? Why do you want to be introduced? In the first place, you came in this relationship. You came in knowing he's married. Let's start from that point. You knew this guy was married. What is wrong with you? Stay in the place that you desired. You desired to be hidden. Why didn't you say to be introduced the same day? Why didn't you tell him, if you're going to have an affair with me, introduce me first? If you never said that from the word go, stop harassing the boy child.
That is the answer I was expecting.
That is it. So if you came in knowing that this guy is hiding me, continue being hidden. Until when he will feel it is lavish. Until when he will feel it's important to introduce you. You are dancing to his tune. Keep dancing to his tune. Stop insisting on being introduced. What is wrong with you? But if you came in not knowing that this guy has a wife, and you already know that you cannot start to be hidden, tell this guy to introduce you with two things in mind. He may not.
Yes.
If he introduces you, fine. But the question is, are you still willing to be the second woman? If he doesn't introduce you, walk out and leave. Don't compromise your standards.
Yes.
But if you know you dated this guy knowing that he has another woman and you're still comfortable and you're not being introduced, please stay in your place. It is okay. And that is where you belong.
And let me tell you, chances are, there's a place I was seated and I heard a man saying, and I will repeat this.
Yes, repeat.
That he had been dating a woman for 2 years. And that girl has been hoping that she will get introduced.
Yeah.
By the time she persisted, the friend was asking, now where is your girlfriend? Because nowadays I don't see you together. She said, I dropped her. And he was like, why? She insisted that I introduce her to my first wife. How on earth? So I had to drop her. She can't come and destroy my family.
To test your man.
So let me tell you,
it's always good to test your man.
If you don't want to be hidden, go.
Yes.
As long as you're not a gold digger, you're not there because of money.
Yes.
And that's why I tell women, look for your money, because you have the chances and you can.
And God
you have
will
a
bless the
say.
work
You
of
have
your
a say
hands.
if you want to stay or you don't.
That is
stay.
the point.
But if you're a gold digger, you will be there hidden forever and forever until you are rotten.
Yes.
Until now, Mike Sonko will come and introduce you to us. And that's why I tell you, being introduced to their friends, to the relatives, to the family doesn't it's not anything. It doesn't add up to anything. Go and get introduced to the wife. Let me tell you, because that's you are sharing the kids together. The family name is together. The properties are together. If you don't have your hands to work, so she is very important. Never be lied to that I have introduced you to my brothers, to my mother, to my everything. Anita, I'm sorry to mention her. She was introduced to the mother-in-law, but remember what happened. She was not introduced to the wife, so there was nowhere she was coming as a co-wife.
Yeah.
So don't be lied. If you're not being introduced to the first wife, you don't belong to that family.
Yes,
and
sir.
since you got your ass inside that relationship, knowing that he is married, just
Stay in the
hidden.
hiding.
Kula kenye unakula sahi sababu wezi jitafutia yako na mikono yako, wezi tosheka na hiyo thao yako, na utulie, wata mdomo. And if you're tired, maybe you made a mistake. We are not angels. Maybe you made a mistake and you loved someone because maybe where you are coming from, you were hurted so much. Please, pack your things and go. Pack your things and go. Wacha kufichwa, wewe si malaya. And you have your hands.
Also,
Tosheka na kidogo kenye unataka.
let me say on the side of those who are not, there are women who are in a second, like they are second wives or they are second women, and they are not expecting money from the man. They are even providing to the man. The thing here is, you and your man have an agreement. And I usually say this, Wangeci, this thing is about two people. You know what you want, he knows what he wants. What is your agreement? What is your agreement? Did you decide to hide it for the benefits you are getting from each other? They could be social, maybe sexual, financial, or whatever. What is your agreement? Not all, I want to say this, not all women want to be introduced.
No. Let me tell you. A simple, hardworking woman will not want to be hidden. Unless you're crazy or something. Everybody want to work with the husband.
Yes.
Everybody want to go to occasions with the husband.
Maybe.
Unless you're looking for something. Let me tell you. Unless you're getting attached because of something. I have seen women dating young men, but they walk around proudly.
Definitely,
with them.
yes.
Because there's no woman on earth who want to be hidden. Let us not lie.
It is true.
Let us not lie around.
Listen.
And let me tell you, because you are the professor and you have been talking. I have been listening. Let me also talk.
Okay.
And that's why I always keep telling people, keep telling women to look for their money. However little it is, you will be respected. Love your money first before you start loving man's money.
Yes.
Love your money first before you start loving what a man has. Because let me tell you, I give example with Waiguru. Waiguru is an old woman. She has grown up men.
Yes.
Waiganjo had money. He could even have gone to travel to Zulu, where they are tested with even with their titties like this and their virgins. He was able and capable of doing that. But because of the power of the woman and the mind and everything, that's why he chose Waiguru.
Yeah.
Because Waiguru has everything.
Definitely.
Ataki kwenda kutapatapa na wasichana huku. So first, women, look for your money.
Make yourself valuable.
And love your money.
Give yourself value.
It is very good for every woman to be bought some things, some earrings. I feel so good when I'm being bought. It is very good.
Shoes.
But don't be like a jigger. That's where you rely on. That's where you get mistreated. Exactly. And that's why you will not be introduced because they know what you want.
You're coming here to gold dig.
Hi.
Let me tell you something. Waiting to be introduced is a matter of you and your husband. Let me say this. Even girls and boys, young men and young women who are dating for marriage and even for wedding, the girl would want to be introduced the moment she is told, I love you. But the guy knows when to introduce you. At the end of the day, this man will determine. You have a choice to stay or to get out. There's a man, young man, he'll stay for 1 whole year. Hajaipeleka dem kwao. Dem anashindangwa, what are we doing? The guy is telling you, I will take you to my home. And eventually after that 1 year, he'll take you to his home. If you were not patient enough to wait, you would have left. But eventually you were taken, and even you were given a wedding, and you are now the wife. What I want to say is, don't fight too much for the taking of the home. Fight for the love. Grow in love. Wacha kukimbisha. Kwa sababu pia, let me tell you, there are some boy child who also don't know who they're introducing. Let me tell you something, Wangeci. We are talking on behalf of good wives, good girls who are in a relationship with a man. What about the bad girls that a man goes to introduce to the wife? Then you introduce to this wife, and your girlfriend goes around and kicks your wife, frustrates her, shoots her, looks for wakora, wakuja. See, we were introduced, now they are friends. Are they not friends? Juzi mwanamke hajaua bibi ya mtu.
So what you're saying is that they take time.
I'm saying this thing is not haina standard measure. Because there are also women who are in this second position that would want to kill the first wife to take the place. The one who killed the wife the other day, were they not friends? Were they not knowing each other?
You see, that's
why
why
I'm
saying this. When you get into a relationship, not because you are attached because of things, demand to be introduced.
Yes.
Because let me tell you what women say.
Yes.
He was using me.
Yeah. That is what they say.
So before you get used, just demand what you want.
Demand what you want. But also, consider the boy child. He may also not be sure what you are there for. He doesn't know what you came for.
If he is also not sure, let him not introduce me.
Exactly.
Let him keep... You see, let me tell you, don't come get me into a relationship and yet you're not sure. If you want me, do your research. Watch me from a distance.
It doesn't happen like that. We don't watch from a distance. That is not realistic. The realistic is come into my life, I study you from here. How do I watch you from everywhere and I don't even know how you talk to me as a woman?
Then if you don't know me, don't demand sex. And it's not, and I'm talking
sometimes
to
even when women demand sex, they look at a good guy and they see the six-pack and they want sex.
I'm not saying about that. Me, I'm talking on behalf of women who are hurting here. And I'm talking to men. If you don't want me and you are not sure of me, my body also don't get so sure of what you're getting inside. If you want to have sex with me and yet you are not sure of me,
it is true.
You shouldn't even
leave alone that way. Leave alone that. You know me, I like being realistic. Okay, let me ask you a question. I'll ask you behind the cameras.
I know
what time do you have when you meet a person?
Let me tell you.
And you have looked at each other and you are not attracted to one another and you feel like you want to have a dating session. I'm not talking about sex. I'm talking about dating. Sex is away from what we are talking about here. I want you in my life and I want us to learn to know each other. We are learning to know each other. And we have fallen in love. We don't plan to fall in love. We don't. You meet a person and muna click na mnaanza kuongea na mnakuta wow, one thing leads to another, na mnajikuta mko in a relationship. Now you start learning each other when you're already in it. The soberness here is, let us walk this walk. And as a woman, wacha nikwambie Wangeci, mwanamke amepewa, we have been given a very high level of instinct. And what we have is very right. When you feel in your spirit someone is lying to you, he is lying to you. When you feel in your spirit, this guy will never introduce me, he'll never introduce me. So demand it and walk out.
Yes.
You can always feel it. You will always feel. However good this man looks, kuna kitu hakuna aingiani. You know my story. And there was always that kadhing. Nasemanga inakuanga hapa kwa masikio imening'inia. Unasikianga ni kama kakengele kanakwambia, this is a lie.
This is a danger.
This thing is not going anywhere. But you insist. After insisting, that's when you burn your fingers. You get a child, you get another one, you get, I don't know what. But there is a voice that tells you from the word go, this will never materialize. It will never go anywhere. That is what I'm talking about. When you feel that instinct, don't leave because the man has not introduced you. Leave because your instinct is serving you right and telling you this is a lie and it will never happen. Yes.
Conclusion. Yeah, I'm almost.
The conclusion is, yes, the conclusion is, after you have known it is not the right thing, don't waste your time to wait for it to change. It will never change. Things will never change. Things will never change. If he didn't love you from the word go, he won't love you as you grow. If he loved you from the word go, he will keep loving you. And eventually, he will reach to that point of introducing you. Don't let it go too long. And don't rush it too fast, because he may also wonder, why are you rushing? Kwani unatafuta nini? So take time and let him also take time. But there's always a feeling of this is now time. When you feel it is time and this guy is still dilly-dallying here and there, just tell him point blank, if you know you are serious with me, already you have with me for 1 year, you know me, you know what you want and what you don't want. You already know whether you want me or not. You cannot lie to yourself that you are still searching to know who I am.
Hiya.
So introduce me or stop.
Okay, what I will tell you before she tells you where you can get her. Robert Minor, you have a problem anyway. Thiogethe kuria kurario Gikuyu. Tutiraria Gikuyu. We are speaking in English because there are people
It's
who
a
are
national
not,
TV.
It's a national TV.
And
Go to hell. Eure. Let me tell you what I was saying.
Oh,
My
gosh.
conclusion, me, I always go straight to the point.
Yes,
Me, I don't
please.
have roundabouts. I go straight, highway, Thika road.
Yes.
Women, don't kill yourself. Men don't have specification.
Yes.
If they want a big ass, they will go running to that big ass, and within no time they will see big boobs, and then they will go running to the big boobs. Then before big boobs, they will see brown skin. They will go running to there. So don't kill yourself. Don't try to inject anything in your body to make a man happy.
Yeah.
You can never satisfy them. Please be with yourself. Let whoever loves you the way you are, with your thin legs,
Yes.
with your small butt, with your big thighs, with your nothing, love you the way you are. Because you will change and he will change.
Yes.
So love yourself first. The second thing, don't think that you will trap a man by having sex with him. There's something called dopamine and testosterone.
Yeah.
In a woman, there goes when you make love or when you have sex, you continue loving.
Yeah.
You continue loving that man.
Yeah.
But what happens when a man have sex? The testosterone drops, the dopamine drops.
Yeah.
So that's why you see a man having sex and wanting to leave that minute, and he will lie. He have a meeting because he was not in love with you. Love is totally different definition to women and men. So I'm talking to women and girls because I love them.
Yeah.
Don't ever think that you will trap a man by having sex with him or by having a big ass or having big boobs or dimples or fat legs. They will go running, looking for something different.
Yes.
Love yourself, know what you want, and most of all, look for your money. Get satisfied. I'm not talking about rich women here. I'm talking about being proud of yourself
That is it.
and that coin that you get. Whether you're selling sausages, whether you're selling eggs, love that 200 shillings that you're making, and be proud when you are wearing those 200 and 100 earrings.
Yes.
If you have a dress of 100 shillings, go and iron it and get proud of it.
Very
if you're
true.
wearing 100 high heels, go and rock them
That is
and
it.
love yourself in
Very
them.
true.
From that, you will attract people who respect yourself.
Yeah.
Don't run for their money, so that you can also have a say in your relationship. If you have been dragging in a relationship that is boring, no fruits, that you're not going anywhere, you have been crying, you have been confused, it is your time to leave. Tomorrow, you don't know about what will happen. Leave and drop that man. Leave and drop that woman who is confusing your life. We have a very limited time to enjoy in our lives.
Yeah.
Please, let no one take your life for granted. Drop it right now. Kukira uturidhio miaka na miaka. Bye-bye. Have a nice day. Where can we get you, Professor?
Call me on 0724
Yes.
537 530.
What do you do?
0724 537 530. I do counseling and life coaching. My office is next to Odeon Cinema. The building is Elroy Building. It has a cooperative bank. Then up there, 4th floor. But don't come without an appointment.
Yes.
Call me first. Book for an appointment because I always go out to other towns, but I come to the office when I have an appointment.
Yeah.
So 0724 537 530. That is my number.
Yeah.
Till next time.
Mwah. Cheers. Be real.
Love
Don't
and be
pretend.
loved.
Don't
Genuinely.
be a hypocrite. If you want something, ask. If you need something, if you need an answer, ask. If you're mad about something, tell. I'm not a hypocrite.
No,
Don't.
you don't pretend. It's your
Bye.
life at the end of the day and your happiness.
Bye-bye. We love you so much. Every Wednesday, you meet us at Kameme TV breakfast show, and we do those relationship issues. And me, I am always in Kameme TV from Monday to Friday, and I'm always here because I love you guys. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking my page. I want you to go to my YouTube channel and subscribe. My name is Wangeci Karaoke YouTube channel, and also you can go to my Instagram page. It's Wangeci the brand. My Instagram page is Wangeci the brand. May God bless you. You're a child of a king, and God loves you so much. In everything that you do, remember, God is not yet done with you. That's why you're still breathing his breath. He has a lot of bigger things in store for you. If only you will have faith and you will believe that Jesus is your personal savior and he died on the cross because of you. Remember that, and God loves you so much. Let me run for a meeting.